Hello everyone. Today I'll be sharing another recipe. It's going to be a butter cake recipe. I'm using the egg separation method, and of course I prefer egg separation method butter cake because of the texture. You'll know later on. After this, I will be introducing the ingredients. But before that, we'll be using the Innofood KT7600 stand mixer to cream the butter and sugar, and I'm going to use the ice bowl to whip up the egg whites later. Ingredients after this. Okay, before we start, I'm going to preheat the oven. I'm using Innofood V88 Convection oven. I'll be using convection today, the mode, and I'm going to show everyone. The color is going to be even, nicely baked, cookies, cakes, everything. We'll be using the top and bottom, heat plus convection, 180 top and bottom. I'm going to preheat it for 10 minutes. Okay. As you can see, I have inserted 2 grill slots into the oven. I'm using 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, come back later. Okay, ingredients are the following. I have the all-purpose flour. It's the same as plain flour and medium protein flour. I have 360 grams of the all-purpose flour, 300 grams caster sugar, 4 tablespoons baking powder, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, egg yolks. I have 8. We need 8. I'm using full cream milk. You need milk for this recipe. Half cup. Half cup is about 120 milliliter. Butter, of course, because we are making butter cake. We need 460 grams of the unsalted butter. Okay, I've separated the yolks, and I have the whites here, 8 egg white and 100 grams of caster sugar. And of course we need the baking pan. We'll be baking 2 8-inch cake. I have 9-inch baking pan here. Why I used the 9-inch pan? Because the cake will shrink a bit later, so it will be about 8-inch cake after I unmold the cakes later. Okay, let's start now. I'm going to sieve all the dry ingredients first. All-purpose flour. Always sieve the flour. Reason because we want to remove all the lumps, all the unwanted things in the flour. Okay, let me clear a bit more here. Baking powder and the salt. Okay, I'm going to mix it a bit. Okay, and set aside. Next, we are going to cream the butter and sugar until it's light and fluffy. I'm using the 7-liter bowl here. Let me wipe a bit. Okay. All the butter into the bowl. This stand mixer is low noise, and it won't make so much noise till your whole house vibrates or can hear. Some of the stand mixer is quite loud, but not this. Okay, then sugar. 7-liter bowl can need up to 2 kg of bread dough or any dough. Okay, I'm going to use the silicone beater, the cream beater it's called. Look at the side. It will help when you cream the butter and sugar. It will scrape the side of the bowl, so you don't have to scrape so much in between. Okay, on. I'm going to use speed 6, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to zoom in after this. Come back shortly. Okay, should be almost done. Look at this. I didn't have to scrape a lot. I'm going to clean it a bit here. Add one more. Next, we can add the egg. Okay, speed 6. Okay, I'm going to lower the speed to speed 4. Let's start adding the egg slowly. Add in after the first batch of egg has been incorporated. Okay, I can add next one. And the vanilla extract. I'm going to increase to speed 5. Just mix a bit more. Okay. Look at this. Next, I'm going to add the dry ingredient mixture and the milk. Come back shortly. Okay, done. I'm going to scrape it a bit and set it aside. Next, I'm going to whisk the egg whites. I'll see you later. Okay. Okay, I'm going to set it aside first. Next, our egg white. Get the egg whites ready and the 100 gram of caster sugar. Okay, I'll be using the ice bowl, a special patented by Innofood, a local Malaysian company. The V88 is by Innofood as well. Why I use the ice bowl is because it will maintain the temperature at a lower temperature, so I can whip up the egg white nicely and easier. Okay, I'll show you and zoom in later on. Scrape this egg white inside. When you use this ice bowl, you don't need cream of tartar, lemon juice, to stabilize the egg white. You don't need that at all. Okay, sugar will be added gradually later on. Okay, I'm going to zoom in, come back later. Okay, I'll be using the whisk attachment. Here you go. I'm going to start. I'm going to use speed 8. I'm going to stop this for a while. I'm going to show you. Once you see the bubbles, when it's frothy on the top, you can start adding sugar. Speed 8. Add in the sugar slowly. Show everyone. Just hold on. No. Continue. Speed 8. I'm going to add more sugar. Tablespoon by tablespoon. More. Okay. I'll show everyone. Okay, it's not ready yet. I still have a little bit more sugar. I'm going to put here. Okay, I'll show everyone how it looks like now. Take out the attachment. I like to stir this way so the sugar, to make sure the sugar underneath is dissolved. Okay, it's still watery, not ready. Okay, continue. Speed 8. Show you. Okay, look at this. Still not ready. Okay. Okay, continue speed 8. Okay, from now on, you have to monitor and be careful because it's almost ready. You don't want to over whip the egg white. Okay, a bit more. Can feel some sugar underneath. I'm going to stir it. Okay, see, not ready yet. We want the egg white. When I pull it up, it's standing straight, stiff. I'm going to beat it to stiff peak. Almost. Check again. Yes, almost, but let me stir the bottom. See? See? Okay, not yet. Bit more. Yeah, almost. Should be done by now. Just now was almost. Okay, I'm going to stir it a bit. Okay. Take it out. Okay. Done. Now we are going to fold the egg white into the batter earlier, the yolk batter earlier. I'll come back shortly. Okay, the other method that you can know that the egg white is ready is turning it over and it doesn't drop on your table or the head. So it is. Okay, just the water from the bowl drip out. Okay, I'm going to fold the egg white into the yolk batter earlier. Get the two pans, baking pan ready, the lime and oil baking pans ready. Okay, I'm going to take about quarter. Just mix it, roughly mix it to make it lighter. It's easier for us to fold in the rest of the egg white in later. Okay. So always start with quarter of the stiff pig or whatever egg white, you know, can be medium pig egg white. Always start with quarter of it to make the batter lighter. Okay, next I'm going to try to take out half. I have shared the video on how I usually fold in the egg whites into the yolk batter. You can watch that video. I zoom in on my last video, I think last two videos. If you're new in baking, you might need to learn how to fold in egg whites into the batter. Okay, I'm going to make a fast one. Okay, come back later. Okay, last batch of the egg white all into the batter. Now I'm going to fold everything. For newbies, please refer to my older videos on how I have it in the Hokkaido cupcakes recipe, the video on how to fold in the egg whites, and also marble cake. So I'm not going to zoom in this round. You can refer to my older videos. Okay, look at this, done. I'm going to get the weighing machine. Weighing machine's ready. So I can divide equally. Okay, I'm going to push it nearer to me. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. Zoom in lah. Can? Okay, I'm going to pour it in. Okay. Then I can let you know the approximate weight of each cake. Should be about 900 or slightly more. Okay, scrape. Okay, that's about 900. So I have exactly 904 grams for each cake. So the weight really depends on your eggs size and etc. So always weigh and divide accordingly. Okay, baking time next. Okay, try to level the top part of the batter. Okay. Okay, I'm going to wipe my hands. Okay. I'm going to shake it, bang it, turn 4 corners to release the air bubble trap in the batter. Next one, I'm going to shake it a bit to level it up. Bang. 2, 3, 4. See, there are holes. The air bubble. Okay. Okay, almost. After this, baking time. Okay, oven is ready. Done with the preheating. Baking time. Okay. Into the oven. Here. Second one here. Okay. Still using the same mode, top and bottom plus convection, 180 top and bottom, degrees Celsius, 180 degrees Celsius top, bottom, and we are going to bake for 40 minutes, 40. We check if needs to bake more or it's done by then. We'll check the cake. I'm going to bake now. Start. The surface of the cake seems to be brown quickly, so I'm going to stop and check if it's ready. Could be because we use the convection mode. Yeah, so it's about 35 minutes only. Okay, it will shrink a bit. I'll come back later. Okay, I'm going to leave them on the wire rack. The cake still in the baking pan. I'm going to rest it for about 5 minutes before I unmold the cake. I'll come back shortly. Okay, after 5 minutes, I'm going to show everyone the color. Look at this too. Not much difference. The color of the surface of this butter cake, because I use the Innofood V88 convection oven. The convection mode works very well, especially when you bake multi-layers cookies, bread and cakes. Okay, I'm going to unmold now. I'm going to choose this. Okay, this is how I usually unmold the cake. I'm going to shake it a bit to release the cake from the side. Turn it, flip it over. Look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it onto the board here. I'm going to show everybody. Here. I'm going to zoom in and slice the cake. Smells so good. Come back shortly. Okay, why I prefer this 9-inch baking pan, because my family and I, we enjoy the crust, meaning the surface of the cake is bigger, larger, so we have more crust. We have more crust on the top. That's why I use the 9-inch baking pan. You can use 8-inch square or the round pan if you like. I'm going to cut and show everyone. I'm going to zoom in and show everyone the texture of the cake. Okay, I'm going to slice now. It's very, very soft. Okay. I'm going to slice it. Yeah. Freshly baked cakes, breads are always the best. My kids, my daughter especially, loves the crust, so she always prefers the sides of the cake. Okay, I'm going to come near and show everyone. Okay, look at the cake, so soft. Rotate. Smells so good. The difference between egg separation method and you mix everything in is the texture of the cake. Okay, done. Slice some and place them on the plate, the platter. I'm going to have this for our tea time today. Try this recipe. I love this butter cake egg separation method recipe. Those who didn't like butter cake before love this cake. So try and let me know and comment if you like the recipe too. I'll be sharing more recipe in the future. So happy baking.